Shen. Sandy's research director at Gartner. Sandy, thanks very much indeed for coming along and joining us here. But what are you looking for out of China Mobile, and what really are the challenges facing the company?
I think the key challenges facing China Mobile is, first of all, they are running a less competitive 3G technologies, which has a less mature ecosystem. That means their mobile phones have less models and less brand support from OEMs, and also the price tend to be a little bit more expensive than the other two 3G technologies. And of course, because of the other two carriers are ramping up their competition, they are facing strongest competition ever seen in the history of China Mobile. So I think they are losing some of the subscribers to the competition. And also, I think the other aspect you need to look at is that China Mobile so far doesn't have a star product for their mobile devices, i.e., quote, iPhone. While China Unicom, the second largest mobile carrier, has the iPhone, which tend to attract a lot of high-end subscribers from China Mobile.
Well, growth is bound to slow down, isn't it? And it's all about really ARPU, as people call it, average revenue per user. It's got to somehow or the other lift that while also maintaining its cost base. It's a tricky challenge for them if they don't have the right ecosystem or technological ecosystem to be operating in. So they need to invest more, don't they?
Yes, definitely. I think the challenge, as you said, that they are attracting the first-time and low-end users from those rural markets, which tend to have lower ARPU ratio than those subscribers in metropolitan cities. So I think China Mobile need to watch their costs very carefully. And of course, the other benefit is that because they have large scale, they are the largest mobile carrier by number of subscribers. So the scale economy will help them to lower the cost per unit or cost per subscriber. So even when they are luring those low-cost or low ARPU users from the rural markets, that can still have some limited impact on the bottom line. So I think China Mobile need to watch their cost very carefully.
Yeah, and also, of course, try and get people up the value chain, if you will. That's going to be the challenge as far as that goes. But how does it, really play out when we look at the different types of places in China? I mean, is it doing well in the lower-tiered cities, or is it something which, the problem they face is actually in the bigger cities?
I think they are facing different challenges in those two markets. In lower-tier cities, I think they are trying to compete with the other two carriers to try to get as many subscribers as possible. But at the same time, that means that you have to invest in subsidy programs to lure those value-sensitive or price-sensitive users. And then, on the other hand, in top-tier cities, in large cities, they are facing the competition on a higher end because they don't have those star products to attain those high-value customers, while their competition does. So that means that they are losing some of the high-value customers to the competition. So I think they are facing pressure on both the high end and the low end.
Sandy, very quickly, who's best placed out of the telecoms companies there in China right now?
I think in terms of size, China Mobile still has a very big advantage over the competition because it is more than twice as big as the next carrier. So I think this scale will last them pretty well through the next 5 years. But if you're looking at a growth rate, I think probably China Telecom is better positioned among all the three carriers because it has both fixed line and a mobile network, and its fixed line is very strong with broadband and fiber-to-the-home technologies. So by bundling both fixed mobile broadband and fixed broadband, China Telecom is well positioned to capture growth for the next several years.